Greetings. One of my lowest times I'm in. Just checking. So if I don't come online, I'm just compelled. I didn't want to trouble anyone or even test anyone who could be out there. I was in Karachi. Sister Gertrude of Darul Sakoon had passed away. I think when I realized that this is an evil, some negativity, evil force on me, I was looking for a Christian lady like Mother Teresa, because I felt that no one would understand. Maybe a Christian would. My case is like this, very complicated and messed up. So in my negativity, most of the times, nothing to give to the world, but horrid, something bad. My experience, my life story, horrifying. Don't know, I never could trust people or friends or anyone, but I still would pour my heart out to my friends. That was, I guess, my stupidity. They say you should never trust anyone. Someone had told me later on, even your own shadow. So this, and had some problems later on also. In my childhood, I was called a freak, spoiled brat, and things like that. Well, I had to work to become a better person. It was a struggle in the environment given in Karachi. The bad people made it worse to be good. I could have turned out to be a very bad person because of my wicked grandmother. But thank God the balance. I had great, from my mother's father's side, grandfather's side. I had two great grandaunts. Later on, I used to say that I'm a burden and all this. So even a principal told me that I'm a burden, and she had an occupation, and I didn't want her to feel guilty or anything. My thing was that I do good, I love, and pass by anything that I can do any good here. Let me do good, and never, expect anything from anyone. I know this world can be brutal. I don't know. I'm sorry, the good people out there who care and want to reach out and help. But sometimes it seems like the only negative things, negative people. Sorry, I don't want anyone to feel guilty about this. The good people out there. So we got all the bad people. We failed to do any good. Just looking for my tab. It's here, but I couldn't see it in the dark right in front of me. So I don't want anyone to feel guilty uh, any good person. It's just that. So I'm here just to briefly, hopefully, but slow introduction again. So what happened in the year 2000? It got too much, and I had to. I was perhaps misunderstood. Yeah, because the way now I just I didn't like to blame people, but I had to. In the madness, I felt there was some thing going on, like on the supernatural, metaphysical level. So I started to blame people and all this rampantly and excessively. And I was hooked on the internet because I wanted to let go of someone. I didn't want this attachment. And there were people on the internet who I thought were going to help me. But there was little help in Pakistan, Karachi. Only the strong survive. There's a song. So I got all the bad people, even the Shia Yusuf Zaidi. This is not a premiere. So, uh, so sorry, I didn't want to. I know I don't want to take your time, you busy people in this world. It's just for those. I don't know if we will learn any lessons in our life. The crisis, it doesn't make you a better person. I mean, if some people, you know, I know of a person who had lost her, again, I won't say this, two brothers in the accident. The only two brothers she had. And then later on, she came to me. So I had all these, anyways, the blame put on me in 1990, no, 1989, just before I joined St. Joseph's College or something. So, blame put on me, but life's lessons, you cannot cultivate compassion. So if life is going to, some people get bitter and angry, and I saw myself getting that way and getting angry at God. So I don't think life's the ego. Ego, I don't know what the ego is. It's a difficult thing to fight. Difficult. So I'm trying to check my voice sound here, but it's not coming properly. I have to. Okay. No, it's loading here. So the internet may be slow. So I didn't want to trouble anyone, but as usual, like for therapy, they got me hooked on therapy. My life was messed up. I don't know who's behind this trying to destroy me. I didn't like blaming anyone. It was somehow, I was blessed by this at least, that I see where the problem, if the problem is outside or inside me, and how to, in the best way to deal with it. If I can change what I can change, and if I cannot, then leave it alone. And God give me the serenity to know the difference. There's a quote by someone, but don't remember it word by word. Oh, Okay, yeah, the sound is coming. It just loaded, thank God, here. And want to check any. Uh, so I don't know whether this is going to help someone or not. And I've forgotten if I'm going to. Okay, is this the second time I've shared on my Facebook profile? Sorry for this. Oh yes, it is. So I keep forgetting. So recently, um, okay, I have this mad control thing. Uh, uh, so I wanted the truth and everything, and so I've been controlled. And recently, also, uh, they're telling me something about someone and the Hatora group and all that. Anyways, so at that time in year 2000, there was another plane crash, and there was I don't know how to say this. So the air blew with Margala Hills. My Libby, my friend, was working in Air Blue, and I had felt before that they want to harm my friends and all. So I even warned my friends, even the Christian friends in Karachi. And Daryl had gone to America. I wanted to warn him too that, if you uh, get into some business, be careful of some Pakistani. Could give you a loss. And recently I had a nightmare about Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji. I was, before going to sleep actually, I was thinking of my mother and myself, how we changed, and emotional wrecks we became, and all this. So I saw that somehow in my dream recently on Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji, that he's in Karachi. We're together. He's come to meet me and all that. I see him, and then he changed, like the ISI military or someone frames. Somehow he changes, and they say, and he really changes, like his behavior. But I'm with him. I know that someone. I sense that someone has done something to him. So there was this sound. What do you call that? Some voices coming that you don't know who I am. I have killed saints and all this. So it's not surprising for me. Shouldn't be, but in this case, I've had recently also nervous breakdown. They're telling me something about Hatora group and the connection. So in the nighttime, I would get up and I like, oh my God. It's very depressing from inside. Of course, it is from the inside that you feel depressed. So, but here at least I'm safe. But Hatora group, it's more depressing than. I'm not scared of the man who they tell me is behind the Hatora group. But they won't let me. See, now I'm locked. I, I just want to take something, and Yeah, so they stopped me. However, they're not able to help me get better. Oh, yeah, so recently I also went out and I think, a little bit stabilized about the sunstroke or heat stroke. I was just throwing up like anything and had a terrible headache. So I realized that day that I'm incapacitated. And the taxis here, I don't like to use them. So I had to go on my own, walk in this heat. The taxis are not very, can't expect. I don't know, very strange here with the taxis and all people. So I will, I said I'll never take a taxi. So I'm also incapacitated in that way. If I get help from my brother or someone, or if not, then I cannot take a taxi. I'm very scared to take a taxi. Now I'm even more scared to go out in the heat. So I'm incapacitated. Sunstroke. The sun punished me, although I did not feel that. It's like I said, once a month, you just go out. And I went in the morning, and the sun got me. So I thought, I'm going, if I die, I don't care. Some people I've known, one person I've known as a great doctor we had, Dr. Wajid. He died of a sunstroke during Hajj or Umrah in Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately, I didn't die and all this. So I cannot for the life of me believe what they're telling me. And yeah, so during the sunstroke or the heat stroke, there's this energy hurting me still. So it's outrageously cruel. And my mouth was like open, and I was like a mad person here, having fits and all. But I kept myself still, because if I move in that headache, it's like terrible. So I can't describe the pain. So I don't know if any cultivation, any lessons we will learn. We may not learn a lesson from a tragedy. We might become bitter or not feeling for the other. I've seen many people might disagree with me, but I've seen that I'm very cynical and sarcastic. I've seen that I don't know what people are. And that day when I was reminded, sunstroke, although there is cruelty on me, they won't let me, live in peace. The energy here, it's a struggle to do qigong. It's a struggle. So I let it go, and I was like, even daily, I just have the tea, but anything other than that, doctors want me to, I was following Dr. Mandel. Excuse me. So, oh no, I can't do all that. I don't know. So I have to do this. Let's see, my life story. But I also had a thing that, why are you doing this? the outside world is not good. And, bringing out, I had to bring out my private things in the madness also. And also because I could not confide in the ones who care for me because I was told they would attack. They've attacked my brother again. He's in the hospital. God knows how he is, but so it's like that. And Air Blue crash. And surprisingly, the Hathora thing they're telling me about, the Hammer Group, I became very fond of a teacher in Holborn College. And in the end, she came and she was telling someone as I was working there for admissions. In the end, she said that her head, I overheard her saying to someone, feels like someone is hammering. She's getting headaches. She was getting headaches. And it felt like someone was hammering her head. So the only person I told my father over the phone that there's this Veena, my teacher, and all this, right? She asked me to stay there, at least do the bar. So the story goes on. So, fathers, I don't know why I found this book, which I cannot find on the internet. When I was in Karachi American School, I wasn't scared, so I used to read Salem's Lot and these books. And there was a book, Ruth, on Ruth, a true story. A father was raping his daughter. I even read that and I didn't get depressed or anything. The depression only came when I was separated. So, sorry, this is a boring, sometimes monotonous, because I cannot. So, this is one of a kind. I cannot talk properly. I have a problem here. Oh, God. So I can't even rest my head. I have my headphones on. This mic is better. Ouch. And my, ears. So I have a problem. I can't take the weight of the headphones. And cancer. So I had to believe, I used to stay away from this black magic and evil eye thing and just say that glory be to God, God is so great. Because I don't know why, maybe I was brought up this way. I believed in God's glory more than, I was like, why? Oh, after being separated from Mr. my teacher in Karachi American School, I used to read these books, how to Dale Carnegie's How to Stop Worrying, Start Living, or How to Start, like that. So I learned not to uh, concentrate on the negative. And why waste your time thinking about the enemy and all this? So that was in 1984, 85. I started to read, I found Dale Carnegie's book. I bought that and started to read that. And I agreed to many things, but it wasn't helping in the sense that I, uh, yeah, so, but a little bit it helped, but not for me to let go of Miss Hysteria Desa. So now the thing is, they're also telling me that I'm Radha Rani, and I don't want to use these things. So, anyways, let's see. I can't draw conclusions. I don't know myself what would make a person better. Jiddu Krishnamurti. That's why I think it's the best Jiddu Krishnamurti to read him. And no, now, of course, so where am I now? Now we have social media. His videos are on here, YouTube. So, um, cultivating compassion. I see. I saw. I don't agree or disagree, but I could see through experience, my own experience, what Jiddu Krishnamurti was telling us and showing us. So cultivating. Sorry, I'm just looking at someone's more lies from. Sorry, this is Khalil Andani's. So I just opened my YouTube here. What is this? More lies from the academic fraud. Someone has been. Oh my goodness! This poor chap, Dr. Khalil Andani. Um, the Muslim metaphysician is after him. So this is so sad. Look at this, unfortunately. Okay, now my mind. Please stop lying, man. Being made away. So now I've been following, Dr. Khalil Andani on Twitter and YouTube. So it's really sad to see how the Muslim metaphysician is after Dr. Khalil Andani. Now it's like this war thing. Religion. This is the religion. Anyway, so can I say this succinctly? I hope I'm not feeling well. So Jiddu Krishnamurti was right, because I had seen in my life that no matter what, if there are bad experiences, it doesn't make you a good person. You don't learn compassion. You can't learn compassion. So Jiddu Krishnamurti was right. There are sick people in Pakistan. And from this one, you see, now, yeah, I said some bad things about this lady, but what it taught me in the accident in Rahim Yar Khan, so because I was very angry at Yusuf Zaidi, and he, he took his wife and all this. So we have terrible people, but at least the thing is that the mother it counts when you have a good family, not like my father who would say that, or his mother. You see, the mother was So, whatever the Pakistanis are, there are good Pakistanis also. Sorry, I don't mean to discriminate. Uh, there are times when I get very angry, and the only thing is negativity. And then, where are the good Pakistanis? I just don't see it. Sorry. But that doesn't mean that because I don't see it, that there aren't any good Pakistanis. There are good Pakistanis. Um, but that's the way I see. I don't see it at that time. So the moral of that accident is that a mother, a mother is always her child, no matter how uh, this mother, at least this lady's mother, was behind her, they were taking care of her. Um, एंड तारा कहते हैं उर्दू में तारा टूटे हर कोई देखे दिल टूटे कोई ना देखे so an accident even people can or like Sadhguru was saying um, you see cancer, God forbid, a person with the disease or something. uh, I don't know whether people would care or not, but at least the doctors would care and say, please leave if there are visitors like that who say negative things in the hospital, they would say, please, they wouldn't allow such people to come and say bad things or, oh, we feel so sorry for her. She's bedridden and all this like that. So at least the doctors in the hospital would care or something. So we can stay away from such people. And no, I'm not saying this properly. I messed up. So, I want to do my own work and I didn't want to tell people like, look, what, and in the end, there's a saying here, the analysis. In the end, what matters is, I don't know if there is a God. There seems to be a power, but doesn't care. In the end, analysis or something. What matters? My God, the people are really terrible. In the final analysis, there's a saying, what matters? So I'll be just going on like this. And then I will, let's see if I have the strength. So recently I was doing on His Highness Aga Khan. Not that I'm going to become an Ismaili. I'm just trying to figure out in the final analysis what really matters. God only knows. So I don't know how to say this. I respect His Highness Aga Khan, but I feel that something karma or something that the Jews, the even perhaps he himself doesn't know, but that this is coming back to the Jews side, because I felt that reading Ibn Ishaq later on, I had to do my own research. And thank God I was going like from Ghalib Kamal to here and there. So I found out about this Bani Qurayza. So all the more I was like, why was this hidden? Like the Shia ulamas should not hide these things. You should give your children, or shouldn't even give your children the Quran to read. And now, lots of things about the Quran. First of all, many things. Children should not read the Quran. I'm just fixing I can't keep my headphones. It's on my head because of the recent. Okay. So, trying to fix my headphone. So, I feel it's coming back to the Jews. I don't know how to say this. So, Bani Qurayza tribe, I heard. And why didn't the Shia ulamas? I mean, how could they? Maybe so. Oh God, it's not a proper this thing of Prophet Muhammad. I don't know where the Shias. I think the Hussein sacrifice and all has been covered. Before, I would not have the heart to say it, but I have thought about it long time ago. Then my mind changed somehow. I liked my religion when I was like, who would my father used to say, like, who would commemorate, right? And so like that, and going to London and coming back and thinking, yeah, people are after happiness, not mourning and sadness and crying and beating their chests. So, but the person who doesn't care about either happiness or sadness, just being, is the best. If you get that, you're very lucky. So running after happiness, and happiness is like a butterfly. Maybe I even got that from Dale Carnegie's book long time ago. I used to write the quote, anything that I liked, jot it down in my notebook. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you go after it, the more it flies away. So never go after things. No, the thing would be that if you go after something, it will run away from you. That's the irony. And some people play hard to get and all this. But don't force yourself to do something. This I learned from Jittu Krishnamurti. How we can help, I don't know. So, anyhow, as bad as people are, you know how to give good things to your children. Jesus Christ said this. So, so the lesson, I just cannot get over Rahim Yar Khan, Yusuf Zaidi, and so Pakistanis also, you Pakistanis, as bad as you are with other people's children, you know how to give good things to your own children. So I'm unforgiving right now. And you see, the mother, Maybe it wasn't even Yusuf Zedi's fault because he was bribed to, and who wouldn't take a bribe, right? Or maybe he was under duress by the Hathora group because they can change. Yeah, so, in Kara, I learned that there's such a evil, I could not avoid it. Let me not scare you, but we need to find, like, it's amazing work, like, from the skin, voices coming out from my stomach, this place, that place. Amazing work done by this um, devil of the time. And even until this day, the Hindu gurus cannot help me. But they can only uh, be here, and I don't know what it is. I don't know when Kalki Avatar will come. Or sometimes I don't believe, but let the idol worshippers worship the idols. What's wrong in that? And when we are told in the Quran that the martyrs are alive, don't call them dead. Don't even imagine they are dead. So if you make an idol, if you've ever loved, love you will never, if you love that all powerful God, okay, he's powerful. Yeah. And okay, it's debatable and all this. You've never loved a weak person. You will never learn to love a weak person. So the all-powerful God is the one. Because they say this, he's the truth. Are Baba, he's not the one suffering. It's no, we deserve the suffering. Do you think Adam deserved a fall? Do you think Adam deserved a fall? I've contemplated for years on that. Still can't find the answer. What was our fault that we came here? We fell. What you see, people are blindly following a God that is all powerful and they don't understand. Maybe I don't understand. शायद मैं जिंदगी मुझे नहीं समझी है या शायद मैं चोरी चोरी डायलॉग नरजिस एंड राज कपूर मूवी इंडियन मूवी तो you see I don't understand what this is. So if you don't understand, but there are some people who are certain in their faith. That's the most dangerous thing. That's why I think best thing to be certain like Prophet Muhammad and but what Prophet Muhammad's grandson gave us, I thought was the best. To love the Muslim. Ajkal, Hazrat Abbas is losing his arms. Bibi Zainab is back bent. But I saw that some Shias, I'm not saying all, some Shias, they like beautiful women and they want all this packaging. Obsessed with beauty. So this came from my father's side. Obsessed. Like I wasn't like this, but so I've seen the worst. No, I haven't seen rape in the sense that, so thank God that I haven't come up, but I've heard of it and that's terrible, outrageous for me. So, no, I don't mean all Shias, But there are, but I don't think, even being a Shia, I've fallen short to be all compassionate. I have some compassion. I mean, I get angry and all this, and I shouldn't. So I had a hard time being a good person. So I had to, thank God I came across Jiddu Krishnamurti. And I agree with him that cultivating compassion is not the way. So, certainty, people are very certain of how life should be or turn out. And people can be very terrible. I would need a Mother Teresa, but unfortunately, she's gone and all this. So nothing. I don't know if anything is going to. I'm still searching, and let's see. When tough people, tough times never last, but tough people do. I read all these books, so they're coming to my mind. Robert Schuller and prophets and God knows what. So I don't know what this life is about. And I tried my best, but I mean, I went outside, but I realized that I'm incapacitated. I realized this no, when I was younger, I used to go for swimming and get headaches in the sun. I thought I still had that hope. Oh no, no, no! I'm normal. I'm normal. Uh, no, no, nothing is wrong with me. I'm in perfect health. So I got this book from. Again, I'm going to mention her name, uh, Shakti Gawain. Shakti Gawain, creative visualization. So at that time, I still had hope that, but then there were fears of like life is fragile. You could lose your mind, your arm, your leg, and all this. How fragile life is, but we don't see it. We're going after material things and outer appearance. Appearance is so important for us. Some of us, most of us. So, at least Imam Hussein, I thought, was getting us in touch with reality. Reality can be horrid. 1 minute in hell, another moment in heaven. So I wanted to stick to Imam Hussein. Reality is such. I mean, there are brutal people. Evil is there. Amazing, evil, awful. But is it, whose creation is this? Evil. Tiger, tiger. I don't know. You see, you could you could be thinking, come on, think positive. But there's negative, and you have to accept it. So I have thought, there was a time when I used to think there's no evil. I don't know why people think there is evil. And the evil was right in front of me. In Karachi, there was so much beggars, negligence, and such selfish, insensitive people. I've never seen in my entire, I mean, only there I've seen. In London, I haven't seen such insensitive people. So, negligence, a lot of negligence, and then where is God? Yeah, there is evil, but I don't know why I start to think that if I should not be like the majority of people. Even if there is evil, it doesn't come. Like what I mean to say is, we are not evil. How can we be evil when we did not create, when we didn't create evil? Or is it just our thought that makes it evil for us? So I left all that religion stuff and even the philosophy of evil, or religious actually. I don't understand. I couldn't understand evil in human beings when you take the religious reason that poor Adam, he was you know, you take the religious thing, the original sin, where Christianity and Islam and the Jewish. I don't know, but I had the Old Testament and the New Testament Bible. So when you take that, what is this evil really? Man has not even created it. Neither has God. But it's the choice of Iblis, Shaitan. God gave him free somehow. Anyhow, he's then in the Quran it just nails it. It nails the monotheistic religion that it's just a doomed thing. Tells us strange things. Then once you contemplate, you realize that all this, even Islam is a false religion. That what is the point I'm making? What is this? I can't get it really, and I can't say it properly. My head is something's happening. I have a block now, and I'm messed up. So no questions because I'm really messed up. I won't be able to answer properly. I'll need some time to answer a question. I have to contemplate on it. If you have any suggestions, so I think I'm going to put on this. This is too heavy for my neck. It's hurting me. I'm just going to put on the only. Oops. Sorry, I'm just fixing my other mic. This is too much. So, nightmare has come on me recently. The force has been after someone, me, saying that I know who is behind the Hathora group. So I know stories have come to us like terrible that a father, has father sometimes, rapes his daughter and all that. That the horrid news comes, and what the person goes through, the daughter, I cannot say, but I come here to talk about my feelings and all this. I don't know who I'm talking to, but it's public. Okay, I wonder if the sound is okay, at least hearable. You can hear my. So I changed. Okay, this is better, but maybe the sound is not so good, so I apologize. Okay, evil is. The story of evil in the Bible nor in the Quran made any sense to me later on. Um, how could God? Okay, I understood that God does not create evil from that Surah Falak or Surah. Let me see, Surah. Is it Surah Falak or is it Surah Nas? Let me just check. It just, you see, here I was trying to understand, is evil created by God? And here the verses say, see, I seek refuge. See, I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind, uh, the sovereign of mankind, from the evil of the retreating whisperer who whispers in the heart of man, among jinn and among men. This I felt so much. I felt it, that's why I'm saying it. Surah Falak, I think it's in Surah Falak. The evil of what he has. You see, again, people might make a mistake reading this ayat. Uh, okay, this, I explained to myself that evil from the mischief of those, from the mischief of created things. So let's say God, there's an energy, it's neutral, it's how you use it. So it doesn't mean that uh, God created evil. It means from the mischief of created things, from the evil of that which He created. And then He's given this protection also for us to read. It's a prayer form. I seek refuge. So I got this out of the way that in Islam, at least these verses I explained to myself, I took help from, I thought I was taking help from Imam Mahdi, who was, oh, I said, yeah, yeah. You see, people have got this wrong that about this verse, if, oh, Islam also says, or, all these religions say that. How can God create evil? But God doesn't create evil. It's the evil of what is created by Him. Right? From the mischief of created things. Get it? From the mischief of created things. There's energy, and it's up to you how you use it. Like we have internet now, so they were telling us that it depends on how you can use this for knowledge, good, helping people, you know, spreading awareness, or you can use it for bad things. That doesn't mean the one who created this internet has given us a terrible thing. Anyhow, for the life of me, I could not get why angels had free will. How could Iblis? And then we are told he's of the jinn. So Prophet Muhammad Allah just nailed it. The stupidity, sorry to say this, like, You see, it didn't make sense. So, what is the story in the Bible? I've forgotten. How did it start? God knows. Anyways, I'm not going there. So, I've already done that, finished with it. Um, I think so. For this now, I won't be searching Google. So, what else have I come to say here? It's not going to help anyone. I don't think so. I have nothing to give, nothing. Uh, so, what can we do? So this is for the record. This is where I'm at today. I have nothing to give. This, uh, Allah, Bichara Khalil Andani, after his massive fraud was exposed today, Jake, who dishonestly presents himself as a graduate student named John Draymond. Allah, why is this guy harassing Dr. Khalil Andani so much? I just want to private emails be removed from Jake's YouTube channel. After all three academics he emailed disavowed him. Three, after all three academics emailed disavowed him and requested. So this person has been harassing Dr. Khalil Andani a lot. Oh my God. It was unheard. This is the thing. Ismailis were very peaceful, peace loving. They wouldn't indulge in, not that I ever heard that they ever indulged in debates and all this. I don't know what to say to Dr. Khalil Andani about this. Uh, I don't even have the strength to be strong. How can I preach to be strong? So I'm going to. So you see here, we have this since now my YouTube is open on my other tab, and I'm very upset. Uh, if I can't help, at least I can do something here. Look at this, Uthman Dun Dun Nurain. Huh? So when Uthman bin Affan was alive, so this is. Shall I go here? You see, sorry, I don't know. In Sunni Islam, since when he was alive, Wikipedia. I'll go to Wikipedia. Right. Some of the Sunni Muslims, they want to they harass Shias on the fact that, how can you imams have the light? Huh? Okay, sorry, I'll just move it like this. Uh, how can the imams have the light? Now, I read recently, I stumbled upon it. Uthman was married to Ruqayya and upon her death married Kulthum, both his wives having been elder daughters of Muhammad and Khadija. And the Shia say that Rasulullah, Khadija, eh, these were not his daughters. God knows, and only the Sunnis believe in this. They have it in their sources. So he just okay. This is the Sunni belief that Khadija's daughter Ruqayya and Kulthum were also Muhammad's daughters. I heard that the Shias don't believe that Muhammad's daughters were Ruqayya and Kulthum. Anyways, just because he married, अच्छा इधर आके ये सुन्नी हजरात लगता है कि हम सब पागल हैं. Sorry, I blurting out things like that. Oh, in this madness, I can't take it anymore. So both his wives, having been elder daughters of Muhammad and Khadija, earned him the honorific title Dhu al-Nurain. Now, you see, the Imam of the time, why can't you take that from the Shias? Why can't you accept it? Okay, Osman has passed away, but the title has remained that he was Dhu al-Nurain, the possessor of two lights, right? So, and I will correct this. Why should I? No, because I give it to my Shias too. I give it to my Shias. I can see that there's you can read now what I'm saying. Subtitles are there on my video. It's working. I was wondering why it's not working. So you see, Du al Nurain, the possessor of two lights. Thus, he was also brother-in-law of the fourth Rashidun Caliph, Ali, whose own wife Fatima was Muhammad's youngest daughter. So this, you see, so Uthman was to al-Nurain. This is how, by just marrying. Sorry, excuse me. And they don't believe in the imams. Light. I mean, I just said it with these two Shia Sunni conflict. Huh? So this goes on. When will we learn? Anyways, Allah, and it was very, very difficult. See, there's a hadith that says if you don't know the leader of your time, you'll die a death of. If you don't know, and he'll be from a Prophet Muhammad's progeny, leader of your time, you will die a death of ignorance. Let me see if I can find it searching. Sunni Hadith. Meaning all your prayers, all your fasting. So that's why on this day have you perfected. It is mandatory to know the Imam of the time. I have it from the Shias, maybe the Sunnis will not believe this. Sunnis are died the death of ignorance. Irrelevant. You see, okay, I'll just show it from my Shia former Hayatul Qulub Volume 3. It is mandatory to know the Imam of the time, that people are not helpless in the matter of discard. Where's the Sunni Hadith on this? I can't find it here. Imam Sadiq, but there's a Sunni Hadith. And who is more erring than he who follows his low desires without any guidance from Allah? Surah Qasas, verse 50. Oh my goodness. What's this? Oh, my servants who have oppressed yourselves by committing numerous sins, do not be disappointed about the mercy of Allah. Surah. Allah Shias, why can't you see that this Prophet Muhammad, what has he done to you people? Allah, verily if Allah wishes, maybe this is the only thing that I'm alive for. Verily I will forgive the one who left bad deeds and believed and did good deeds and got guidance. Guidance is important. So obey Allah and obey the Messenger and the Ulil Amr who are from you. Surah Nisa, verse 59. You see Imam Sadiq and all that. Why can't the Sunnis accept the Shias? No, it doesn't. Does it have any Sunni hadith? Hadith man, this this misguided person. He then asked if a man dies. Death of ignorance. Sunni sources. Here it is. Necessity of knowing the Imam of the time from the Sunni sources. Oh, this is terrible. Imam, my according to traditions, everyone who dies without knowing the Imam of his time dies the death of ignorance, and every time there is a need for an Imam. It is necessary for all to know him, believe in his Imamat, and it is obligatory for every Muslim to follow him. These traditions have appeared in Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Masnad, Sunan, and other tradition books. They are accepted by Shias and Sunnis alike. Muslims unanimously agree that the Holy Prophet said, "He who dies without knowing the Imam of his time dies the death of ignorance." The tradition has appeared with the same wording in some reference books. Taking it for granted, Sheikh Saad al-Din Taftazani centers his discussion on Imamat and Shar al-Maqasi on this tradition. This is the one thing Prophet Muhammad left, which is best. In his Masnad Ahmad, Ahmad, for example, quotes the Holy Prophet as having said, "He who dies without having an Imam dies the death of ignorance." Abu Dawud, can pronounce this, Masnad Tabarani and his Tabarani and his Kabir Ibn, his Sahih maintains, Ibn Hayyan, look at this, he who dies without an Imam dies the death of ignorance. He who dies without knowing the Imam of his time should die as he wishes, as a Jew or a Christian. Oh, this is faith. So you want to die a death of ignorance and you correct the Shias. If one dies without believing in such an Imam, he dies the death of ignorance. In other words, he who dies without knowing the Imam of his time should die as he wishes, as a Jew or as a Christian. You see all these references from the Sunni sources, and they have not given Sahih Bukhari. Huh? Okay, we have Sahih Muslim here. Oh God, what is this? It has been narrated on the authority of Abu Huraira, Muslim being subservient. Can't find the hadith, among them being subservient. And I can't even read properly. Oh, what is this? Can't find the hadith which says, and he will be. Why can't I find it? Sahih Bukhari. No, I can't find it. Oh. So it's not easy to find this hadith. Some other time. Oh, so this is. I can't find it. I want to find it, but I can't find it. One day, while the Prophet was sitting in the company of some people, the angel Gabriel came and asked, "What is faith?" Allah's messenger replied, "Faith is to believe in Allah, His angels meeting with Him, His apostles, and to believe in resurrection." Then he first further asked, "What is Islam?" Allah, worship Allah alone and none else, to offer prayers perfectly, to pay the compulsory Allah's messenger, to worship Allah. When will the hour be established? Allah alone has the knowledge of the hour. So uniqueness of Tawheed is that you worship Allah alone. That's what the Sunnis mostly believe in. They don't think that some that they can see, they can see this. You see, they can see some things that say, uh, and then they blame it on the Shias. They can see this. They can see Surifat ayat 9. Oops. Distorting the ayat, they can see it. What can we do now? They just cannot see. Anna's misery was for others. Mr. God, this is Anna. They just cannot see it. How am I going to show them? That you people may believe in Allah and His Messenger and honor Him and respect Him. And now it goes to Allah and exalt Him, respect, i.e., Allah, morning and afternoon. They just cannot, they've changed it. They can't see it. And they're going to kill the people who are showing them that you can't see it. You have changed the Quran ayats, translations you have changed. It changes the whole meaning. That you are supposed to exalt Prophet Muhammad, not Allah. My goodness. For truth's sake. You can't see it. Sorry, if you cannot see this, I'm here to show you the truth. Can you see this? But you've changed it, so they won't be able to see it. Suman Bookman, what do they say? Please see this. And then they blame the Shias for having a different Quran, falsely accusing them. And your own translators have put this in the wrong way. Light, they can see this. Surah Hadid. My goodness. If I show them through my notes, they'll think, I don't know what they're going to think. Where's that? He is with you. His is the dominion of the heavens. See, here it's Allah. There it's Prophet Muhammad. They just, because the way it is put, it has tricked them. He causes the night. Okay. Believe in Allah and His Messenger, and spend out of that which He has made you successive inheritors. Who has He made successive inheritors? And is it for the time being, or is it until? Huh? Who has He made these successive inheritors? Successive meaning continuous inheritors, you know. So who has He made? Don't make me laugh, crack up, go insane. Already I've become, for those who have believed only for those who have belief. So if you call yourself Muslims, you have you have cut out the belief faith, you have cut out the belief, Mu'minin, Mu'minat. You are doing the atrocities, but you don't see it. What can we do? Imam Ali said that, oh, Rasulullah, Ummah has, you see, you people, someone told me that don't call yourself Shia, don't call Muslim. Array, by calling yourselves Muslim, you are in the Baduan, you have cut yourself, don't even call yourselves Momin. You don't understand. It is not the Shias that have divided you, it is you that has cut the religion. That's why you people take, that's why there's an ayat in the Quran which says that some things you take and some things you don't take. It is your wish what you want to take and what you don't want to take. What does this mean, successive inheritors? Huh? Now there's another translation, my goodness, of what he has entrusted to you, a great reward, expand of what he is. Oh my God. See, different translations. What if you, no, but you must know Arabic, right? Even Pakistani Muslims must know Arabic. Believe in Allah and His Messenger and spend in charity out of the substance whereof He has made you heirs. Baba, is my Nana, my Dada an heir? Is my grandfather? I'm just very frustrated today. Uh, what is this? Trustees. I can't hear this. Let me just. مستخلفين. Trustees therein, not successors now. He has made you trustees therein, and those who believe among you and spend trustees, not success, whatever it is. So, they say it's trustees. So among you who are the trustees, and surely every trustees should be there for this wealth, charity to be given to them. So that this whole Baitul Mal is circulated properly. Maybe everyone is taking different ways and translations are different. And why do you not believe in Allah while the messenger invites you to believe in your Lord? And he has taken your covenant if you should truly be believers. Mu'minin. Does it say Muslimin or does it say Mu'minin here? Who is dividing? You don't know that verse that came against the Baduans? Don't say you believe. No, faith has not entered your hearts. Say you are like just that you have submitted to Allah's will, something like this. You are Muslims. Can there be one time, you please look at this. It is he who sends upon his servants verses of clear evidence. Clear evidence. Oh, yeah, so see, it says here clear evidence. What great clear evidence. Such a great belongs to heritage. Cause of Allah while to Allah belongs. This is not Maida, but the thing has not, oh no. So victory in rank, those who spent freely and fought afterwards. Spent freely. You see why Agha Khani's Ismailis spent freely. They have 20% or whatever percent they have. Those are higher in rank because you're not giving your life for this religion. But what? Until you are alive, you have to spend freely. Spend freely. Okay? Now, what? Word to word, best as Allah has promised. So, no, zakat, until you give your. See, for Allah, for to Allah belongs the heritage of the heavens and earth. Not equal among you are those who spend freely and fought. You're not fighting, you have the Imam. He's telling you to give 20% or zakat ko na chhod do. You know where the zakat is. Who is it? What is the position of zakat? Who is it that would loan Allah a goodly loan so He will multiply it for him and he will have a noble reward? On the day you see the believing men and believing women, their light on the day you see, on that day or the day. But right now, you cannot, the Muslims cannot see that light of Imamat. And so your faith, you can't see it. And you're thinking, our Iman is here. Allah, हमारा ईमान में खलल आ जाएगा. हमारे ईमान को कुछ नहीं कहो. अगर हम सुन्नी नहीं रहे तो क्या रहेंगे फिर? जहन्नम में जाओगे. You see, you cannot see this light. And then you go after Ismailis, you go after Shias. Please stop this. और ईमान हमारा, तुम लोगों को लाइट नजर आती है? ईमान तुम लोगों को लाइट नजर नहीं आती? जो बिलीवर्स हैं उनको तो लाइट नजर आनी चाहिए. On that day when you see the light, किसको कह रहा है कि when you see the light? अल्लाह किसको कह रहे हैं? But to all has Allah promised. See, because it's not in sequence. Who is it that would loan Allah? Acha? And 12th ayat of Surah 57. On the day you see the believing men and believing women, their light proceeding before them, and on their right, it will be said, your good tidings today are of gardens beneath which rivers flow. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि this day here there's no light for the believing women and the believing men. तो तुम लोगों का ईमान कहाँ है? कहाँ है तुम लोगों का ईमान? मुझे ये बताओ मोमिनो, अगर तुम लोग मोमिन हो जाओ तो तुम लोगों को ईमान आएगा। लेकिन जब तक मुसलमान रहोगे सिर्फ और सिर्फ अल्लाह का नाम, कुरान में तो अल्लाह कहता है मेंशन ओ मूसा, अल्लाह तो खुद स्वेयर करता है ऑन मेनी थिंग्स। अल्लाह खुद अपना नाम नहीं ले रहा है, स्वेयर कर रहा है अपनी कुदरत पे जो जिस क्रिएट किया है। तो अगर आप सिर्फ अल्लाह का नाम चाहते हैं कि आफ्टर ऑल दिस यू रीड एंड यू जस्ट क्लोज इट, यू क्लोज द कुरान बुक, अल्लाह 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 ही अल्लाह, सिर्फ अल्लाह ही अल्लाह करना। Ali Heather and my principal's son, they had this band, they had this song, सिर्फ अल्लाह, मुश्किल आए तो अल्लाह ही अल्लाह करो, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह करो, अल्लाह ही अल्लाह करो। Excuse me, सूरे यूसुफ। अच्छा, कहते हैं कि ये फुल सजदा नहीं है, तो कौन सा सजदा है? कुनूत नहीं लिखा है, सजदा लिखा है। कुनूत नहीं लिखा है, सजदा लिखा है। कुनूत नहीं लिखा है, सजदा लिखा है। हम भी पागल हो जाएंगे ऐसा लगता है। दीवारों से बातें करना अच्छा लगता है, हम भी पागल हो जाएंगे ऐसा लगता है। Seems like I will also go insane. इसे क्या हम दीवारों से बातें कर रहे हैं? And he raised his parents up on the throne. अगर आपको अरबिक चाहिए, oh, I did not put back my, so the sound must be low. Okay, I put my mic back on. देखें, प्लीज देखें। मैं बात नहीं सही तरह आजकल कर सक रही हूँ। And he raised his parents upon the throne. So he did. Who did? Hazrat Yusuf did. He became the de facto ruler. And he raised his parents upon the throne, Arshi. And they fell down to him, prostrate. देखें, ये कुन नहीं है, ये जदिया भी नहीं है, kneeling. सुजदन, ये सुजूद है, ये सुजूद है, ये सुजूद है, ये सुजूद है। ये नीलिंग डाउन भी नहीं है जैसे क्रिश्चियंस करते हैं चर्च में, नीलिंग डाउन भी नहीं है। ये कुनूत भी नहीं है जैसे मुसलमान करते हैं नमाज में। ये सुजूद है, ये सुजूद है, ये सुजूद है। कोई और वर्ड नहीं अल्लाह को मिलना चाहिए था बोलने के लिए कि दिस इज हाफ प्रोस्ट्रेशन। Right? This is sujood. Parents fell down. Hazrat Yaqub fell down in prostrate. माँ का नाम, वालदा का नाम नहीं पता है मुझे, हजरत यूसुफ का दिया भी नहीं, मेंशन भी नहीं किया है, बस इधर मेंशन किया है, उधर नहीं मेंशन किया इन द बिगिनिंग that oh father, I've seen this dream that the sun and the moon stars are prostrating to me. 11 planets are prostrating to me. What are they doing? Right? What are they doing? क्यों ऐसे लड़ाइयाँ और डिसऑनेस्टी इस रिलीजन में? खलील अंदानी, डॉक्टर खलील अंदानी को छोड़ दें. And he raised his parents. Oops, did I go on this? Oops, by mistake. Just want to show you the beginning of it. Now, why would the stars? This is a clear book, clearly explaining, expounds the truth. Indeed, we have sent it down as in Arabic that you might okay. Now here I want to go relate best stories. When Joseph said to his father, "O my father, indeed I have seen in a dream 11 stars and the sun and the moon. I saw them prostrating to me. Sajideen." फिर से देखें prostration आता है. It's not kunut, it's not kneeling, it's not just bowing down. Call to mind. You see the sun, who are they prostrating to? Are you going to say this is abrogated now? Why would God do this? From the very beginning, the sun, I mean, everything prostrates to Allah alone. Everything prostrates to Allah alone. एक सजदा तो आपका चले गया. Quran verse. The prostration of everything in the. First, see what the ayat says. Oops. I want to go to the ayat. Sorry, not to this. Surah Rad, ayat 15. And to Allah prostrate whoever is within, whoever is within the heavens and the earth willingly or by compulsion, and their shadows as well in the mornings and afternoons. And to Allah prostrate whoever is within the heavens. Acha. So now you see a part of this, they will read, the Muslims, Mominin have got it and they're gone. They're at a very high position. But this to explain to the Muslims, because faith yet has not entered. Do not say you are believers, Baduans. And you see the part, you will read this ayat. You see, when you will become believers, unless they make you the judge in the disputes that arise, many, many conditions are there. I can't find that verse. Baduans, O believers, do not raise your voices above the voice of the Prophet, nor speak loudly to him. Surah Hujurat, Ayat, Surah Anfal. Intention is to deceive you. So never by our Lord, never shall they become believers. सिर्फ अल्लाह नहीं है, रसूलुल्लाह भी है. सिर्फ अल्लाह नहीं है, रसूलुल्लाह भी है. Oh, Baduans. Baduans, Hujurat. Is this a ayat? I mean, only, yes. The Baduans say we have believed. Say, you have not yet believed. Who is dividing? Shias are dividing? You? The Baduans say we have believed. Say you have not yet believed, but say instead we have submitted, meaning Muslim. We have surrendered in Islam. आप लोग यहाँ रह गए हैं, बदुअन्स जहाँ रह गए वहाँ आप लोग रह गए अपने आप को मुसलमान सिर्फ कह के. शिया नहीं कहो, मोमिन कहें. यू सी आप लोग यहाँ रह गए हैं जो आपको समझाना चाहता है, दिखाना चाहता है. आप क्यों नहीं देख रहे हैं? You see, this is not a fight. Sorry about my tone. I've just had it. डॉक्टर खलील अंदानी के पीछे पड़ गया है वो. इससे अच्छा, you know, he'll be, I mean, you'll say, oh my God, I made such a mistake. पहले कहा कि डिबेट करो, तुम लोग मुसलमान भी नहीं हो, पता नहीं क्या हो. डॉक्टर खलील अंदानी को कहा है. अब पता चला कि वो झूठा है, डिसऑनेस्ट है ये. The Baduans say we have believed. Say you have not yet believed. Surah Fat की आयत अब चलें. Who, those who do, help, assist, honor Prophet Muhammad. सिर्फ Allah नहीं है. If you obey Allah and His Messenger, for faith has not yet entered your hearts. सिर्फ Allah नहीं है obey करना. His Messenger को भी obey करना पड़ता है. And He will not deprive you from your deeds of anything indeed. Why be dishonest? अपने मग़फ़रत का कुछ ख़्याल कोई, यानी आपको एक अपोस्टेट कहे, एक एक्स मुस्लिम कहे कि अपने मग़फ़रत का कुछ ख़्याल करें. ये डिसऑनेस्टी, ये lying, ये hiding, covering up, then saying the Shias, pointing fingers at others, fault finding in Shias, because you see, I can see that I think it could be the problem that within yourself you have not understood this religion, you have been confused, you want it's a cover up. जैसे ना a great trauma, sometimes a person gets amnesia, forgets that they went through an accident or something. Great trauma, you can't take it. आप प्लीज ये देखें, थोड़ा सा करेज। आपकी अच्छाई, it's for your own good, for you and the people around you. So you leave them alone and you live a honest, beautiful life. ये सिर्फ अल्लाह 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 क्रिएशन। ये तो हिंदुओं ने भी कहा है कि ब्रह्मा ने क्रिएट किया था। फिर प्रॉब्लम इससे हुआ था कि ये अल्लाह क्रिएटर ब्रह्मा अपने आप को बहुत समझने लगा था। Who can create like one that I have created like me? No one can create like me। ये क्या है? ये तो प्रॉब्लम हो गया ना। तो हिंदुओं ने सही दिखाया हमें कि ब्रह्मा द क्रिएटर had a problem. Shiva gave it to him. Shiva subdued him. Who can create like what I have created? ये सब नजर आ रहा है, तभी तो नजर आ रहा है। और इतने इतने प्रॉब्लम्स हैं कुरान में, इतने इतने प्रॉब्लम्स हैं कि एक सजदा इधर, फिर आप लोग इंटरप्रेट करेंगे। आप लोग वहाँ थे जब यूसुफ और हजरत याकूब ने सजदा किया था। अरे ऐसे ऐसे हिस्ट्री बताते हैं जैसे कि वो लोग वहाँ थे। इतना श्योर, इतना सर्टेनिटी जब इस कुरान की आयतों में आप बड़े सर्टेन हैं। इवन शियास बड़े सर्टेन हैं, बिकॉज वो ह- क्या है, व्हाई डू यू जंप टू इमाम हुसैन? क्या प्रोजिनी सिर्फ, अभी मैं शियाओं को भी थोड़ा दिखाऊं। एंड ही रेज पेरेंट्स अपॉन द थ्रोन एंड दे बाउड हिम। तौबा तौबा, आप बड़ी बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, लेकिन प्लीज, आई एम सो टायर्ड एंड आई एम डाइंग। नो, आई एम नॉट यूजिंग माई, what I'm saying is that I have to, it's not that I'm being सुजूद है, प्लीज। कैसा सुजूद किया, क्या किया, आधा किया, पूरा किया? तो आप लोग आधा भी नहीं करते हैं ना, आधा भी नहीं करते हैं आप लोग। क्यों ह्यूमन, फेलो ह्यूमंस के लिए आप आधा बाव डाउन करेंगे? आप रुकू भी हम बाव डाउन करते हैं, हाथ नीज पर रख के की बार रुकू करते हैं ना नमाज में, इन द सलात। वी डोंट बाव टू फेलो ह्यूमन बीइंग्स। इवन बाविंग भी हराम है कहते हैं। हाउ डू यू नो द कुरान? हाउ डू यू नो द, you don't bow even to the human beings, let alone sujood, prostration, sajda. Surah Yusuf, ayat 100 is there. So now the Shias, huh? Hazrat Musa, 12, no, let me put it here. 12 leaders, Quran ayat. We made 12 leaders arise among them. And God said, I am with you. If you keep up the prayer, pay the prescribed alms, believe in my messengers, and support them. So you see what, it's a long story. How shall I tell you? तो ये हुआ था, अभी मुझे तो कुछ नहीं पता, लेकिन आई कैन इन्फर। देखिए, मैं सर्टेनिटी से आपकी जैसे नहीं बोल रही हूँ, बट फ्रॉम दिस आयत, इट्स नॉट फ्रॉम द शियास दैट 12 इमाम्स रसूलुल्लाह को बस आफ्टर रसूलुल्लाह सील ऑफ प्रॉफिट है, तो फिर उनको 12 इमाम मिले हैं। नहीं, ये देखें, जो ये आयत हमें बोल रही है, मैं थोड़ी बोल रही हूँ आपको। So I gathered from the ayat that this is not only Rasulullah ki seal of prophets hai, फिर imamat, that's how, oh great, yes, nothing like it. Children of Israel. And Allah had already taken a covenant from the children of Israel, and we delegated from among them 12 leaders. अच्छा, रसूलुल्लाह जाते जाते शियाओं को भी इमाम क्या कह के गया? उनको तो ये भी नहीं पता है कि 12 इमामों के क्या नाम है, बस टाइटल देते गया, टाइटल देते गया। वो क्या कौन-सी हदीस बोलते हैं? प्रॉफेट मोहम्मद हाँ, gave 12 imams names. Sorry, I forgot what number, what ayat. I just quickly read the ayat. I think Prophet Muhammad ने जब कहा ना, the Quran is, I leave behind you two weighty things. इस sermon में I leave behind. ये अगर आप डिटेल में शिया जानते हैं, शियाज नो, I leave behind two weighty things. Hadith Thaqalain. Let's see, I think here we are told that his Hayatul Qulub hai Muhammad Baqir Majlisi Alama. Hadith Thaqalain hai. He gives the names, I think, of, but how does he give the names? You don't know. And you people have not even seen Prophet Muhammad. You don't even have his picture. Hearing it asked Zaid who are his Ahlul Bayt. His wife was Zaid, of course she's from the members, but here Ahlul Bayt means those persons whom alms, sadaqah is, okay, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussain, right? I just want to see that part where he says that Shia तो आपको unite कर रहे हैं. Hold fast by the covenant of Allah altogether and be not disunited. Surah Al Imran, verse 103. The Holy Prophet said, O people, I am leaving behind me for you two great things, who are my successors and caliphs among you. If you will adopt them and will act accordingly, and this is from the, okay, this is not the Sunni hadith. If you will adopt them and will act accordingly and follow them, you will never go astray after me. One of them is greater than the other. The greater one is the book of Allah, that is a rope stretched from sky to earth, and another is my Ahlul Bayt. These two will not be separated from one another until they come to me on the Hawza Kauthar. Ibn Kathir has in Jamiul Usul, which is in vogue among the Ahl Sunnat, has quoted Tirmidhi, wherein it is mentioned that Jabir ibn Abdullah said, I heard the Messenger of Allah giving a sermon on the back of a camel on the day of Arafah. He was saying that I am leaving among you a thing which, if you cling to it, you will never go astray. And it is the book of Allah and my progeny, who are my family members, Ahlul Bayt. Similarly, from Sahih Tirmidhi, so first they're giving the Sunni hadiths, sources. Prophet of Allah said, Zaid bin Arqam is quoted, saying that the Prophet of Allah said, I am leaving for you a thing which if you keep hold of, you will never go astray after me. And these two things which are greater and higher than one another. One of them is the Book of Allah, which is a rope drawn from earth up to the sky. You know the ayat. And another one that the rope, Allah, hold on to the rope of Allah. And another one is my progeny who are my Ahlul Bayt. These two will never get separated from one another until they arrive to me on the Hauz of Kauthar. So just think how you will act for me on that their matter. So I can't read properly also, so please bear with me. Yes, and where's this? This is from Case Hilali. Okay, this is Hazrat. Enter the gate making obeisance and say forgiveness. Surah Baqarah. So Imam Bakr explains, Surah Baqarah ayat 58, said for you, Bab Hita are we. We are the Bab Hita. Enter this gate with obeisance. And I don't get where's the names where he mentions the Imam's names and the Qaim. That in detail, I'll have to really search for it. I cannot search right now. I'm not. And this is the Shia Hadith, verses of Hadith. Foretells about, here. The Prophet foretells about the 12 Imams. Surely Allah chose Adam and Noah and the descendants of Abraham and the descendants of Imran above the nations, offspring one of the other. And Allah is hearing, knowing. Surah Al Imran, verse 34, third chapter of the Quran, right? Then we gave the book of an inheritance to those whom we chose from among our servants. Surah 35, verse 32. And he realized that people of Quraysh had envied the Hashmites. It was the other way around it. For me, I could see this. Sorry, Shia's. So, Hadith of the 12 Imams. All Muslims have unanimously agreed, all Muslims, upon the fact that the Holy Prophet had predicted the coming of the 12 Imams during the farewell Hajj, Hajjat al-Wada. They comprise the hadith of the two weighty things, the Quran and Ahl-al-Bayt. Hadith of the Holy Prophet, paradisiacal pool, and the Sahaba, whom will be sent to hellfire and will be deprived of the water of the pool. Al-Bukhari al-Sahi 8/127 records the following. Jabir ibn Samara narrated, I heard the Holy Prophet saying, there will be 12 princes. 12 princes. This is in Al-Bukhari, Sahih Bukhari, and Sahih in Al-Sahih. This is not Sahih Muslim. This is in Sahih Bukhari, sorry. So it's Al-Bukhari, comma, in Al-Sahih, in his records. You see this? Now it is coming. Then he said a word that I could not perceive. So I asked my father about it. All will be from the Quraysh, asserted my father. So this is in Sahih Bukhari. 12 Imams. Prophet Muhammad had predicted. This is his greatest prophecy. Jabir ibn Samara narrated, I heard the Holy Prophet saying, there will be 12 princes. Then he said a word that I could not perceive. 12 princes. Jabir ibn Samar narrated, I heard the Prophet saying, Islam will be fortified for a period of 12 successors. Then he said a word that I could not perceive. I asked my father about it. All will be from Quraysh, asserted my father. Then something I could not conceive. You know why they couldn't conceive? this religion will be kept in efficacy, because they didn't want uh, the 12 successors. They wanted their own Quraysh to be leaders. They were going to play with the religion after his death, Prophet Muhammad. I was told. Jabir ibn Samar narrated, on Mount Arafat, the Holy Prophet sermonized. On page 87, the Holy Prophet said, during the farewell Hajj, and on page 99, Al-Muqaddami narrated during his sermon in Mina, I heard the Holy Prophet say, later on we will prove that this remarkable matter had been repeatedly affirmed on Mount Arafat, Mina and Al-Khayf Masjid, before it was declared in a formal, obligatory and decisive form in Ghadir Qom. What is the story of those 12 Imams? Okay, so this is Al Bukhari answers. Those are not Imams to follow the Holy Prophet in leadership obligatory. Rather, they are only virtuous princes who will be in the. So, this is Bukhari's explanation. What for did the Holy Prophet convey this matter to his people during the farewell Hajj? Sahih Al Bukhari answers, it is a matter of prediction only. So this is the Sunni side they give. First, the Sunni sources. The Muslim hadiths is a little bit fairer that Al Bukhari in this regard than Al Bukhari in this regard. I'm having problems reading Muslims, so just want to see now how the you see how the Sunnis take it, Al Bukhari, and how why are the narrations? How the Shias have taken it. This is a very sad tragedy. Muslims were wont to ask the Holy Prophet about the most diminutive features of each matter. Why could the narrator not perceive? Why could they not see? Why could the narrator not perceive the very important word that defined the identity of those 12 ones? So the original, can't find the names here. Where are the names? Began to shout. People then began to make noise and speak aloud. Maybe this calamity of Thursday, or no, this is some other, no, sorry. Then the Holy Prophet's voice vanished. I asked my father, who was nearer to the Holy Prophet's animal. Ahmad's Al Masnad 5/87. So this is the great, this is also one of the Umar ibn al-Khattab narrated the following. I heard the Holy Prophet saying, after me the Imams will be 12. He then pronounced the word so silently that I could hardly perceive. I heard him saying, all will be from the Quraysh. So here it is, Hadith explained narration of the 12 Imams. Surely the number of months with Allah is 12 months in Allah's ordinance since the day when He created heavens and earth, and these four being sacred. Surah 9, verse 36. So Shia side, how did he give the names? You see, this is what I want to show you here. Maybe the titles, and then he said Al-Qaim also, the last Imam, he called Al-Qaim. This is all about Quraysh and the problems between the Umayyah, Quraysh. So the names I cannot find here. It's I think it's very it's kind of he just gave I think he just gave the titles or something or a description how like one would be like Qadim. Oh wait, I cannot. I'm just guessing. Trying to remember. Long time ago, I read it in Hayatul Qulub, and I could be wrong. But the names were like no, names were like some title or descriptive way. Anyhow, sorry, the I can't search more than this. So I just wanted to show you how Prophet Muhammad gave the names of these 12 imams. It is written in Hayatul Qulub, but I can't find it right now. So sorry for all this time. 2 hours ago it started. Who is this? Sorry, I do not know. What's your case? What's my case? My case is very complicated. I do not know how to read Urdu or Arabic. There's sorry, I did not see this comment. I think I was searching while you came here and you commented. So thank you for your concern. What would you like to, how can you help in this? I've explained my case earlier on. I think you're a latecomer. My case is that daily I come here to give my case. I think, not daily, but it's like every other day or something. And to have a record of it. Today, I'm quite messed up, and I feel that I have nothing good to give or anything, or to help human beings or myself. I feel incapacitated, and this is what I came to talk about, how messed up I am. So please, can you not write in Urdu or Arabic because I don't understand? If you would, I prefer it if you would write in English. I'm an illiterate in Urdu. So if you are still here, what's your case? What's this? Something. I just have to take a screenshot of this. I hope you are serious, seriously wanting to help out. Uh, my case is what I said. If you would go earlier on, go back, right, and find out what my case is. It would you would make life easy. Right now, I'm now. So this is the thing. This is the problem between Shias and Sunnis. Uh, anyways, the Shias think that because of maybe they also know that this verse that 12 leaders were from the Bani Israel. We are told here. I don't know whether this is in the Bible. I don't think so. I've read ever in the Bible. Maybe I'm not sure. I haven't checked. Recently, I haven't checked. Allah made a covenant with the children of Israel. So, since I read Ibn Ishaq, the Bani Qurayza tribe and all this, how Prophet Muhammad wiped them out. And Allah had already taken a covenant from the children of Israel, and we delegated from among them 12 leaders. 10 and 2, it says here. In Arabic, it's written 10, 2, yeah, 2 and 10, sorry. Not 10 and 2, but 2 and 10. Naqiban, leaders. And Allah had already taken a covenant from the children of Israel. So, I mean, I don't even know the Arabic. And yet, with English, struggling, reading translations, going through like this, I think I'm better off than a lot of Arabic Urdu readers. Sorry to say it this way. But the Sunni Shia thing goes on. God knows what this is. So you see, Shias, could it be there we are told in the Hadith that, oh, the Quraysh, these, there was rivalry between the Hashmites and the Quraysh. Quraysh became jealous. Do you see this? That it's not original from Prophet Muhammad. That this Quran ayat gives away somehow that I don't know where it came from. And Allah had already taken a covenant from the children of Israel, and we delegated from among them 12 leaders. So maybe Prophet Muhammad wanted to say that this has been in the Jews, Bani Israel, and it's carried on to me. After my passing away, there will be 12 leaders. Follow them. So this for the Shias, and believe in my messengers and support them and loan Allah a goodly loan. Does it say zakat? Oh, so yes, it says zakah, a goodly loan will surely remove, so I will surely remove from you your misdeeds and admit you to gardens beneath which rivers flow. But whoever of you disbelieves after that has certainly strayed from the soundness of the way. So those who don't believe in the 12 Imams have certainly swayed. This ayat tells us. It's implied. Indirect manner. So please see this. Uh, should a person who doesn't even know Arabic to read and write or Urdu is telling you, and religious scholars, experts in Quran could not See, Shia Sunni both. So we are in a mess, and you don't even know that you are in a mess. Problem is this. Hope you see it so you come out of it and you realize, and then you find answers. Seek, search for answers, knock. Jesus Christ said, knock. Or was it Jesus Christ? Knock, and the door will be opened. Will be opened. Bible. Knock. Matthew 7, from 7 to 8. Knock and keep knocking, and the door will be opened for you. For everyone who asks and keeps on asking receives. He who seeks and keeps on seeking finds. To him who knocks and keeps on knocking, the door will be opened. Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew, here it is. So seek, realize that you are in a mess in this religion, as I am in a mess in my personal life. Shia Sunnis, both of you are in a mess. Sorry to put it this way. So here it's a very, very slow, my internet uploading, or no, there's a loading, not uploading, but loading. I don't know if my voice is cracking or what. Okay, so I'm just, I don't know what I'm doing, uh, but just from here to there in a mess, seeking, trying to see if there is something at all for us that can finally help solve the problem. Sunni Shia and other, like our personal problems. Maybe one day, God knows. Right now I'm in a mess. I cannot see. I can say that there is a divine force, but help, I don't know if there is any help. So thank you so much for all this Wikipedia, all the sources that I've used, al-islam.org. Okay, so those websites which helped me, Quran.com. Thank you so much. I will come back later.